I've uploaded one long form YouTube video for 7 days straight in my 7-day YouTube Kickstarter challenge. The reason I do this is because I want to kickstart my dead YouTube channel to see if it makes any difference. So this is the postmortem video, and not only did the challenge revive my channel, it made the whole content creation process simpler and a lot more fun, which is important because I quit YouTube so many times already. It's just too much work. But I was too embarrassed to admit it until I did this challenge. So if you're looking to start a YouTube channel to promote your business, or you already have a YouTube channel but you're not seeing the results you wanted, this video is for you. I'll be showing you my analytics before and after this challenge, the changes I made, and most importantly, how this challenge helped me grow on a personal level. So you can shortcut your YouTube channel growth too. By the way, if you want a shortcut to launch your YouTube channel, I made you a starter pack. It's called the Binge-Builder Kit. It contains your first 3 YouTube video ideas, complete with title, thumbnails, and outline script, so you can hit the ground running. Link in the description. Now, full disclosure, I didn't post random videos on this 7-day challenge. Posting random viral videos may grow your channel, but when it comes to promote your offer, I guarantee you that nobody will buy it because you attracted the wrong audience to begin with. So prior to this challenge, I've already did the research of what video ideas I'm gonna do and in which order for this 7 days. And it's very important for you to do this, because if you don't plan your video ideas up front, that means you just wing it, your audience will be confused what you're about, the algorithm will be confused too, and ultimately you will be confused because all you're doing is chasing viral hits, and most of the time it has nothing to do with your offer. So we're going to dive into the analytics right now. So in terms of view, this is the past 7 days, not that much, 2,000 views, but it's 126% more than the previous 7 days. So that's definitely an improvement. Watch hours, almost 500% more than the previous 7 days, so that's good. Subscribers, this is the interesting part, because before this, I was actually losing subscribers and I couldn't explain why. But this time around, even though it's only 19 new subscribers, the subscriber change is 2,000% more, which is really good. That means I'm in the right direction. And here's the interesting bit, which is the returning viewers. I tend to look at the past 28 days returning viewers because your subscriber count doesn't really mean much. Your subscriber counts mean people just click on subscribe, but they don't necessarily be coming back to watch your videos. But here, if you look at these purple line, it went up slightly. So it used to be high of 200s, 280, 290 like that. But now the returning viewers is 351. It is on the projection to keep going up. And the last thing I want to share is the opportunity status. So I'm using Go High Level. Here I can measure how many people opt into my lead magnet that I promoted in the description of each and every one of my 7-day YouTube challenge video. So people watch the video, then they click on the link in the description and download my lead magnet, which is the Binge-Builder Kit. Within the past 9 days, 12 people got into my funnel, which is pretty good. These stats are nothing to shout about, but I would consider this YouTube challenge a success. If I were to restart this challenge when my subscriber is at around 10K, I think my improvement will be significantly more exponential than this. This proves that even with a small channel, I had a very small uptick in all the stats, but it is in the right positive direction that I want the business to go into. All right, so now we're going to talk about the changes that I made before and after this challenge. So the first mistake that I had was I was too laser focused on my ideal client profile. So I know who they are, but those person would have different level of readiness for them to work with you. Where are they in that journey? Are they beginners? Are they intermediate? Or are they pros? So when I started, I tend to make content that was too advanced. So for example, I had this content about how I launch a YouTube live stream workshop to get clients. So that's a very niche topic. It's a very good topic. And then I was selling my SOP in the description. People bought it, but the views were in the low 100s. And the reason for that is because how many people of my ICP is in that stage where they want to start a workshop to get clients? I would bet not many, which is why the views were really low. Because I started a YouTube challenge, most of the topics I talk about were beginner friendly. For example, how to start, how to talk to the camera, how to record, how to edit, how to script. So these are all very front end beginner stuff that I tend not to talk about because I thought this was too beginner. But interestingly, the result, I started to get comments like this. People starting to feel like they're seen. So I was finally solving a real problem to them. Look at this lady. Amigo, the Binge-Builder Kit is awesome. Told me exactly what to do. A perfect shortcut of me having to think about, what should I record? Which was blocking me? Not gonna lie, thank you. So that was what she got after downloading my lead magnet. Working to script and shoot the 3 from your binge kit. And then I said, hey, this is really amazing. Didn't know my content moved people to do something. And this person said, hells yeah, you're pushing me to be better, evolving every day, and getting me to feel more comfortable outside my comfort zone. And then the next person said, hey, when I watch your videos, I feel at ease. You have a presence that creates calmness. The next person say, nice work, Helmi. You're an easy listen to, my man. The next one say, I've enjoyed your 7-day series. Started subbing to you earlier this year. Thanks for being realistic and transparent. I've gotten to the point where I dread going through and eliminating the ums and dead spaces in my clips. Would love to see you do another 7-day challenge later this year. She's replying to my how to edit with AI video. The last person said, thank you for this video. I'm currently using Descript for my videos. I got a lot more clarity on the editing process now. I'm going to be pumping out more videos a lot faster. So this indicated to me that most people need help with the very first step of YouTube. They don't need the super advanced stuff. And that's what my YouTube channel should be focused on moving forward, like just how to get started talking to the camera and recording yourself and that kind of stuff. And it should be the same thing with you as well in your YouTube channel. So your offer brings people from A to Z. You're so hammered on to teach them everything, but most of the time, most of your clients just need help with the very first step. So most of your content should be focusing on the very first steps. All right, so the second thing, before this, I never challenged myself. When you never challenge yourself, you never have a deadline. I was constantly waiting for all my ducks to line up before I take the shot, right? In real life, your ducks will never be lined up perfectly before you take a shot. There's always something going on in your life, right? So what happens is that I never shoot the video. Therefore, I don't give YouTube enough data about who and what I am about. Therefore, my channel doesn't grow. And then I get demoted, and then the channel doesn't grow even more. And it's just this vicious cycle, right? So the fix was I created a series because I was inspired by other YouTubers who created a YouTube challenge. I did a YouTube challenge on how to grow a YouTube channel because that's my offer. But the thing that really did it was that I announced online, hey, I'm doing this challenge, 7-day YouTube Kickstarter challenge. I'm gonna post one YouTube video a day for 7 days to see if that will actually grow my channel. You are invited to join along with me. The reason why I'm doing it has to be bigger than me. Of course, I wanna increase my channel, but it's also a challenge where I invite people, hey, do this with me. So now it becomes more than just about me. It becomes about you, becomes about everybody. Hey, let's do this together. And I think that vibe, people really like it. And because I announced, I couldn't feel, oh, I'm a little lazy today, I'm not gonna do it. But because I already announced, and then every day when I publish a video, I send the link to my email list. So I have to do it. There were times where I really don't want to post. It's a Saturday, it's a Sunday, it's family day, and by the time we've done with everything, I put the kids to sleep, it's at 9:30 p.m. That means I only get to start working on my YouTube videos at 9:30 p.m. I start scripting, recording, editing, thumbnails, uploading everything within that 3-hour window. And there were times where I wasn't able to publish before midnight. There were a couple of days in that 7-day challenge I posted at 2 a.m. the next day. But that's fine because I stick to the challenge. The third thing that I changed was my generosity. Gatekeeping information specifically. Before, I was working with a mindset coach. And by working with him, I did a lot of research about manifestation and all that kind of stuff. And I really got into it. So the old me was like, okay, I have all these secrets. I'm not gonna tell them in my YouTube videos because these are for my paying clients. You have to pay me in some way or another to get that information. That was the old me. I was gatekeeping information. And now after the challenge, looking back, I'm like, hey man, nowadays people can just whip out their phone, ask AI to do something. It will do it for you. Like, information is not the barrier anymore. I'm 38. I'm doing this online business. I'm still not there yet. What am I gatekeeping from? So I changed my mindset to be more abundant. And the only way I know how to be abundant is to give all my knowledge for free. Because you're not paying me for my knowledge. You're paying me for companionship. You're paying me for the human touch, right? So now I became very generous in my 7-day YouTube challenge. I gave everything away. There's no secrets. Everything, how I do it is right there. And because I believe in abundance, the more I share, and if you vibe with me, you like my style, you'll want to work with me in one way or another. Either consulting, either you pay me to coach you, or you pay me to do some done-for-you work for you. Whatever it is, you're going to find a way to contact me to talk about your next project that we can work together on. That's genuinely what I believe in. Okay, so those are all the technical bits about this YouTube challenge. Now I want to talk about some personal growth I picked up that I otherwise would never have had if I had not ran this challenge. Lesson number 1 is discipline creates momentum. As I mentioned earlier, some days I only get to start to work on these YouTube videos at 9:30 p.m. and I have about 3.5 hours before midnight. There were some days that I couldn't make it to the deadline and the video was published at 2 a.m. the next day. But the point is, I stuck to the challenge. I didn't give myself any excuses. Sticking to it is a win by itself. And I would never stick to it if it wasn't for me running this challenge and announcing it online. Because if it's just myself, I'd be like, oh, whatever, I'll do it later. But because it's a challenge, it really forced me to get it done. Lesson number 2, focus creates speed. I remembered in the middle of the challenge, there was the playlist I made for this challenge. So every day there was one video. And during day 5, there were 5 videos already. And you know what? 5 days ago, none of these 5 videos exist. And before the challenge, it took me like 2 weeks to publish one video because I was such a perfectionist, waiting for all my ducks to line up, remember? But somehow, when I focused to run this challenge, I dropped everything else. I stopped doing shorts, I stopped LinkedIn, I stopped everything. All I did was long-form YouTube videos. And before I know it, I have like 5 YouTube videos within 5 days. These videos would otherwise not exist. It's kind of crazy if your mind focuses on something and follow through it. Like, what can you achieve? It's amazing. Lesson number 3, I roasted myself. Before this challenge, I thought my old videos were really good. They're really valuable. I put in a lot of hours into these videos. I should be having 100K subscribers by now, but I'm not. What's wrong with the algorithm? That's my old way of thinking. But after the challenge, I had to skill up so fast that once I go back to see my old videos, it was so obvious that the old videos were just not as good as I thought it was. But at the time, I thought it was a good video because that was the only experience that I had. So from my point of view, when I published that video, that was the best video I can do. But now because I did the challenge, my skill went up exponentially. Then I look back at those videos and that it wasn't that good. So the takeaway is, if you feel that you've been putting in a lot of effort into YouTube, but you're still not there, could it be that you're just not good enough? So the moment you accept that, maybe I'm not that good, maybe my videos suck, but it's okay. So it's time to level up quick. This challenge accelerated all my skills exponentially. I know how to do way better thumbnails, way better titles. I know how to script way faster and better. I know how to edit way faster and better. All these skills fired up simultaneously within the past 7 days. It's nuts. And the last lesson, number 4, is system creates freedom. So I did a video about what is my workflow. I get to come up with the idea first, then the script, then the recording, editing, then the thumbnail. So out of all these workflow, there's one that will be the foundation that I spend the most time on, and that is scripting. Scripting is at least 50% of the hard work for YouTube, because once I have the script, it stops me from rambling, and with a good script, I can start recording anytime. All right, I'm going to be talking about this. Let's record. I also learned that when it came to recording, this is my fancy Sony camera in my studio, right? Got all the backdrop and everything. But when I did the challenge, 9:30 p.m. is only when I can start. My wife is already asleep in our room, so I can't record here. That means I gotta go out there and be creative. Like, oh man, I just record with my phone. I just have to deal with this. And it realized that I don't have to record in my perfect studio all the time. I don't have to wait for all my ducks to line up. I can record anywhere, anytime, with any gear. I remember this one time I was recording around noon, and then halfway recording, I had a notification like, oh man, I gotta go pick up my kid from preschool. So I had to pause the recording. I go pick up my kid, send him back, put him to bed for nap time, and then continue the recording like nothing happened in between. The old me would be like, okay, now I gotta reshoot the whole thing because I'm a perfectionist, right? And that just wasted time. And the last system that I perfected was thumbnails. I thought I was pretty good at making thumbnails. It's a service that I sell to other people, but by doing this challenge, I changed the thumbnail so many times and had so many split tests. I think that my thumbnail game has improved tremendously. It's nuts. Like I can go from idea to finished thumbnail in probably 10 minutes. Unheard of before. By the way, if you want a shortcut to launching your YouTube channel, I made a starter pack. It's called the Binge-Builder Kit. It includes your first 3 YouTube video ideas to get clients. That includes the title, thumbnail, and the script outline. By the way, if you want to skip all that and work with me one-to-one, where I help you build your YouTube channel together, check out the second link in the description below. So posting 1 YouTube video a day for 7 days in the 7-day YouTube Kickstarter challenge really revived my channel. But what I really enjoyed the most out of this challenge is the personal growth it gave me. I have a tremendous amount of skills that I have right now. It's insane. I would never have pushed myself to get this skill if it weren't for me announcing online that I would be running this challenge. Should I continue this challenge? Leave a comment down below.